What's the worst way someone broke up with you? 1. I woke up one morning and told my partner I had plans with a friend. He said he did too and that he'd meet me back home later for a movie date. We even had a goodbye kiss. When I got home, all his things were gone, and he wasn't responding to my texts. I was pregnant at the time. A little later, I found out he'd been married the whole time. I had to move to another state, pregnant, and start over in a basement with no windows. All the while, he kept sending me nasty messages and then blocking me before I could respond. It was hands down the most depressing period of my life. 2. Suddenly, my boyfriend wasn't leaving his family's house anymore, and no one was allowed to contact him by phone. So I showed up at their house, asking to see him. Instead, his grandma sat me down at the kitchen table and broke up with me on his behalf. After that, he stopped talking to all of us because his family decided we were bad for him. A couple of months later, his new friends let him leave a party drunk, and he passed away in a car accident. 3. This didn't happen to me, but to a girl I dated. She was with a guy for 5 to 7 years and supported him through a PhD program, paying all the bills, etc. At the end of it, he got a job overseas. She dropped him off at the airport, and as she was driving away, he texted her to break up. 4. We dated for 3 years, and the whole time, he told me he didn't want kids. I finally got on board with the idea of never being a mother. Less than 2 months later, he called me to break up because he was marrying a woman he'd been cheating on me with, and she was pregnant. Skip ahead 30 years. He's now divorced, with 4 kids. 3 of them have gone no contact with him. 5. My then girlfriend took me out to dinner for my 40th birthday. I was confused as to why none of my family or friends were there. Then she broke up with me, and it all made sense. Best birthday present ever. My life got 100 times better without her in it. 6. He proposed the night before he left for a 3-month work trip. 2 days later, he called me from an airport to say he'd changed his mind about getting married, was extending his contract to 7 months, and would never be returning to where we lived. A week later, his parents showed up to collect his stuff. 7. I was in college, and we'd been dating for about 4 to 5 years. She thought I was taking too long to finish college and wanted me to drop out and start having babies immediately. I refused, saying I wanted to graduate first. We went to a party after this fight, and she brought it up again. I told her no. She said, "Well, what about that guy over there?" and pointed at the guitar player in the band. "I'll bet he's ready to start a family. Here, hold my drink." She handed me her drink, walked over, introduced herself to the guy, and married him a few months later. They had lots of kids. I was replaced faster than someone changes a light bulb. 8. We were in middle school, so it wasn't very serious. She told me to get tickets to the Valentine's Day dance, which I did. At the dance, she proceeded to make out furiously with another guy and then laughed in my face. It really messed me up for a while.